Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Margaret Deloach, also known as Butta MD. I'm a two-time survivor of life, and I am an advocate for positive change. I'm a proud Memphis native, been here for 34 years and counting. I am honored to call myself an honors graduate from Craigmont High School as well as the illustrious University of Memphis. I pride myself in earning my honors degree at the University of Memphis in music and business, and along with that, I was able to pick up trades along the way. I was also an educational technology assistant. Back in DeSoto, I was helping and assisting teachers in how to use technology in the schools. I helped with youth development programs, summer programs, just to name a few. I was always just wanting to enrich and help inspire our youth. I worked with Hutchinson, it's a girls' school here in Memphis, our historic Melrose, Power Center Academy. I've also worked with Grizzly Mentorship, just to name a few. I create prolific and inspirational content as a writer, as a singer, as a rapper, as an author, and as a spoken word artist. I am passionate and I am very driven to continue to help others channel their inner creativity, and whether it's to help them show them where I've been and get them to the other side of their creative spark. And it's all about, really, to be honest, taking those real life situations, whether it's losing a job, losing a family member. Sometimes some people have gone through losing their homes, sad to say. But it's all about taking those inner emotions, those real life situations, and helping our youth, helping creatives be able to put that and put their passion into it and create something great from it. When it comes to writing, to be honest, I actually started in middle school. It was in our English/creative writing classes. It would be times where if it was to write a poem, just one or two, I will always go overboard and I'll do 5, 6, and I'll get extra credit. Not knowing that was something inside of me at a young age that I knew, okay, this is something that I like to do and I can do it freely, if that makes sense. I really enjoy helping and enriching and enhancing our youth when it comes to teaching them theatrics, teaching them how to write music, how to write poetry, as well as just to find their inner creativity. I was so honored to work with different schools, different organizations. Theater of Memphis, just to name one, we were actually able to get with different schools around the city, and not just any type of schools. But I love and I enjoy going to rural areas, urban areas, where they don't really have those teachers who can teach them certain things. It's always about getting a good grade or, passing this test. But I was that teacher that took the time and sat down and wanted to find out if it's dancing, if it's singing, if it's writing poetry, if it's spoken word, whatever it is, let's find that creativity and let's put a spark to it. My first performance as a rapper, actually, I want to say 12 years old at church. My parents had just got divorced. Got to the new church, and my mom wanted to put me, I know some of you all know when it comes to choirs and everything like that at church, but we didn't really have that, so we were actually just building something new. My mom told the youth pastor, she writes, get her in there, and I was shy at first. I was that child that knew I had a gift, knew I wanted something to say, but I didn't know how to do it. That was my first performance. After that, it kind of just trickled on down to me continuing to write, and when I got into high school, I got to enter into more talent shows. I started getting a name, as they say, for myself in the city and around the school, and I just continued to fuel that into my writing as I got older and as I got into college. I'm so thrilled, I'm so honored to be able to release my first book in 2022. Taking my writing not just from the rapping and singing aspect, but to actually put an informational as well as a humorous book together and to share Margaret's survival diary. God restored my story. It's going back to, like I stated, being a two-time life survivor. I'm going from the span of 2013 and 2021 and how God saved my life, restored my life, how I continue to get healthier. This life that we're living, we're only here for a certain amount of time. And so while we're here, let's make sure that we're able to do things, spend time with our family. We can't really do that if we're not healthy, if we're not getting ourselves into shape. And so this book is going to definitely bless people, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with you. So make sure you're following. While I was in college, that's when I really learned and was able to network and connect with producers or engineers, people who make the beats or the sound to a song. Back then, like I stated, in middle school and elementary and high school, I was really just, as people would say, just writing poetry or writing lyrics. You know, I didn't have a beat to go to it. As I got older, I started learning the piano at a young age, and so I would use that. But when it came to spoken word, it was more so you have the rap. It's kind of like rap, but you're taking the instrumental out of it, if that makes sense. And so you really want to hear what the person is saying. So it's not about the beat all the time. It really isn't. It's really about, what are you saying? How is this poem changing lives, changing communities? It's not just, okay, I'm gonna write something about an apple falling off a tree, but let's get more specific. How did that tree get there? What is the root of the tree? Who ate from this tree? Are they still living? Because spoken word is so much deeper than rap. It's so much deeper than a poem. And so I believe, and I know for a fact, me starting out in elementary, in middle school, and now being able to use spoken word as a creative aspect and teaching others on how to dig deep into those real life situations, those real life things and issues that we don't want to share, but you'll be surprised. Your story can touch somebody else. I believe everyone should have inspiration as well as motivation. I say those two because inspiration, I'm always going to be inspired by three people, key people who have definitely made a mark on my life, but they're sadly no longer here. My mother, Gloria Deloach, my sister, Miriam Deloach, and my grandmother, Mary Foster. I know they're looking down on us, making sure that we are doing everything that they know we can do. I want to thank God for my dad, Joseph Deloach, and my sister who's still here, Miranda Williams, and my niece and nephew, those who just continue to pour the love, whether it's prayer, whether it's coming to a show. My sister will always be there working my product table, you know, without any questions asked, you know, and it's something about having the support of your family and friends when you are a creative, because being creative is not like a doctor or a nurse or a lawyer where you see the thing. But when you're dealing with a creative, you're dealing with the things that's internally to where no one can see it until it comes out. And so thankful for those family members and people who inspire me. My motivation is making sure that I understand that this city, this world can be better than what it is. And I feel that my motivation is to make sure that the next generation, those coming after us, we set a foundation, we set a platform to where they can be creative. They can take education, the political scene. They can take these things that we are learning and we're going through to a whole nother level. So let's make a change, not just for us, but those coming after us. Regardless of what you do in life, the main thing is this: making sure that whatever you're doing, that you're helping someone. It doesn't have to be your neighbor, it doesn't have to be your friend, but find someone, find an organization, because at the end of the day, it's all about leaving a legacy behind. And that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that everything, every creative aspect, every genre I'll get into, every new venture that I work with, that I make sure that we're making a change, we're making a difference. Because see, this world that we're in right now, it didn't get here overnight. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. It took a lot of protests. It took a lot of change in policies. And so with that being said, let's take the time out with our gifts and with our talents, and let's pinpoint those places and things that we can change, not just by ourselves, but let's get other organizations and people that can help and assist, because it's all about making sure that the legacy that you leave is a good one. If I told you my story when the storms were raging high, now I don't have to worry. All I know is I survived when it looked like I was sinking. In the darkness, I saw your hand. Now I don't have to worry. All I know is you survived. Settle for less, bargain for more. Your soul feeling shifty. Pop said there's the door. Gotta get it how you get it. Let bygones be bygones. Your own blood would doubt you. With them same lips, they love you. But I know my limit. I've been mastering the peas, people in sticky places. I pack my own possibilities. You better strap up, man. We battling war. But do you really know who we fighting for? Jonet Monet warned us. It's a cold, cold war now. Your fist in marches can't keep us free now. Education been lost. Look who we left behind. Passing felon kids and up in the taxation for the rich. And the main man say, turn the other cheek, but Samsung and LG making it hard for me.